So let's take a little bit closer look at the Rune Priest here. This is just assembled from parts from the Space Wolves box, but I'm using it as my Rune Priest. First of all, the HQs are the only ones I'm going to use the wolf helm on. So this guy has a wolf helm, and then my Thunderwolf Lord has a wolf helm. The Thunder Hammer, I think, makes a pretty good substitution for a runic weapon. I'm going to call it a runic mace. Giving it a +2 strength, even though it is unwieldy. Or is it AP4? That's right, it's AP4. Which is fine by me. I went through and kind of made all the runes a little glowy green. You can see the runes here in front here, which is Fenris, and on the backpack. Shoulder pad colors are based on what's in the Space Wolves Codex. The Rune Priest they showed in there has the yellow, and on the right side, and the red on the left side, so that's what I went with. Of course, the base is a resin base with a little bit of tuft and quite a bit of pigment on it. You can see I went with some chipped paint here, effects on the armor, because it's going to be a little more battle worn than my other Marines are, my Blood Angels. So that's my Rune Priest. Take a little closer look at the Grey Hunters. These are the first 5 models I've finished. We got a whole lot more to do. Got a total of 20 Grey Hunters made up, and 6 Long Fangs with missile launchers, and 3 Thunderwolves, which I can get to exactly 1,000 points pretty easily with those models that I have. Usually I'll probably only run unit of Grey Hunters as allies. This was the first guy. This was the test model here. So I'm very happy with that. The gold is actually dry brushed. All these guys, I don't know if you realize, but all the armor is dry brushed on these guys. I really didn't want to spend a lot of time on the models, so I didn't want to do a bunch of layering and highlighting like I did with the Blood Angels. And besides, they're going to be all dirtied up anyway and paint chipped, so I just went ahead and did a dry brush on all the armor, and pretty much all the fur is dry brushed. All the fur is dry brushed, and all the gold is dry brushed as well. I have learned the amazingness of the GW dry compounds. If you have not used those before, they are absolutely fantastic. The gold and the silver is what I have. There's quite a bit of difference. I don't know if you can tell the difference between the Rune Priest and the other guys. But the Rune Priest actually has a base color of Space Wolves Gray, and I really didn't like how that turned out as far as the differences between the shadows and the highlights. So the other guys are based on a color called the Fang, which is very dark blue-gray, and then highlighted up through and washed, highlighted up through the Fang, Space Wolves Gray, and finally a white final highlight. And I think they look much better than the Rune Priest does. So the Rune Priest being different is fine because he's the Rune Priest, and with the base color darker, I'm able to get a much more dramatic change between the shadows and the highlights on the rest of the Space Wolves. So that's makes me pretty happy. Shoulder pads again on the Grey Hunters are yellow on the left and red on the right, and this was just simply picked up out of the Space Wolves Codex. I'm going to go ahead and give each guy a different symbol, or at least a variety of symbols, so it really doesn't matter what squad they're in. I'll just kind of pick up 10 guys and I'll be good to go. So these are my first Space Wolf models. I'm very happy with how they came out. They're weathered, they got lots of pigments, they've been trumping through the mud for a while, and that's the way I like it. And these are going to be primarily allies for my Tau. And I got a lot of work to go, a lot of work to do on these guys, so get some spinny video and some pictures coming up after this. Thanks for watching.